up, everybody? You know, my accountability as a spokesperson for targeted individuals, I have an accountability to the truth. I have an accountability to the walk of what targeted individuals go through, not just for myself, but I am the voice for others who are gridlocked into silence, and I am a voice for the others that did opted to seppuku, which means suicide. This gang stalking is made, constructed to have the targeted individuals opt out. I'm in no frame of mind to opt out, but it doesn't mean that I don't experience the heartache of loss. But for all of you people participating in it, what is the matter with you? Where is your soul? I don't understand for the life of me how anybody could participate in coming sideways at people and expect to have a productive life. All you people in my comments that have been abusing me, you have no shame. You have no moral aptitude. You know, and I get it, self-loathers find gratitude, find satisfaction in tearing down others. And I guess those that tear down others, the people that get the brunt end of that, I guess you guys feel really good about taking us down because you see us as better than you. And when you can make somebody cry that you perceive as better than you, well, I guess you get off on that, don't you? Otherwise, why would you do it? I don't consider myself any better than the next person. But I do consider my choices as evolved. But just because you know you're a crab in the bucket doesn't mean I'm going to hate you. Because we all come from different spectrums in life. I still hold the candle for you all to get right with yourselves. But for everybody that's out there spreading gossip, spreading rumors, you will be accountable for that. And when you defame others, not just me, you do that to your own self and your own lives, because you will pay for that. And anybody and everybody speaking ill on my name, you will choke on the dirt of that. Because, you know, while I forgive you all, forgiveness doesn't mean a goddamn thing unless you are there to help promote learning. Because unless you learn, what's the point of forgiveness? That's when it becomes permissiveness. I forgive everybody that's come across me, and I also promote karma and full love, because that's the way we learn, and not to put our hands on the stove, because if it's hot, you won't want to do it again. So yes, I promote full forgiveness with full promotion of karma in love. But for everybody poisoning my family against me, you will stand for that in spiritual court, because I'm calling judgment on all you fuckers. And to anybody that has a friend or family member being gang stalked, my big question to you is, did you do your due diligence in looking up the information and researching it for yourself before bringing the hammer down on any loved one? Because if you didn't do your own due diligence and your own research, you're part of the problem. You're part of the, you make a wonderful tool for the treason sacrifice circuit that gang stalking is. because they love it whenever the public is too irresponsible to do their own research. So that way, the propaganda can still be self-promoted, because that's the crux of it, is ignorance. The crux of it is uneducation. And the crux of it is fucking gossip. So if you participate in hearing about anybody's disposition that is a targeted individual, and you shun them because they are being gang stalked, what the fuck is the matter with you? It's like blaming the victim of a rape for getting raped. The only reason why I'm being gang stalked is because I have in-laws that are jealous of me. I had no idea they were jealous until the gang stalking. I left them in the past because they were abusive to me. And it would be a disservice to myself if I did not record and if I did not document that. You know, I am a very healed woman, but healing is an ongoing thing, and healing is not a one-shot Johnny. But if you have a family member that's being gang stalked and you just pass judgment on them without doing your due diligence, you're part of the problem. Because not only did you just pass judgment on someone you're supposed to love, but because you decided to take the easy, lazy route and listen to gossip instead of listen to your own discernment of doing your own research, of doing your own due diligence, it's really hard to say you're not a lazy piece of shit. Because when you have the opportunity to learn about it, you have the opportunity to actually help others. You know, while the whole world, while the country is looking at war in other countries, we have a fucking war going on in our own fucking country right here, right now. And it's called gang stalking. And if you decide that, if you play into the propaganda that it doesn't exist, well, you're part of the problem. And not only are you part of the problem, you're going to be part of the reason why our country goes to shit in the fucking handbasket. Because as it is, it's a concentration camp without a fence, without a wall. You know, and on top of that, right now, FEMA has already erected 900 FEMA prison camps, where the public is not even allowed to venture into. Visit targetedjustice.com and check your information from there. I'm like, the good people, spearheaded by Richard Lighthouse and his colleagues, have already done the work and laid it out for all of us. And if you haven't even visited targetedjustice.com, you're pushing the 8-ball in your own life. You know, and it is absurd in this day and age to go around flaunting to the world that you think you know better based on conjecture, when if you hadn't even done your own due diligence to even make yourself available to the information that is out there already, you're furthering the agenda of the opposition, of treason. Because, you know, it's more than gang stalking. This is treason. This treason is going to uproot everything in our country that we know of it. I mean, as it is, if you think that people have their constitutionality rights and privileges that's outlined, you're sadly mistaken. As it is right now, the goddamn gang stalking circuit is no more than a glorified gossip rumor machine built on destroying others to cause them to commit suicide. And the irony is that this is an old playbook from the Sitzungshaft, from the Stasi, S-T-A-S-I, the German police. You know, and even look up the KGB. The fuck do you think that they did? They harassed people to death. That shit is alive in our country right now at this very moment. So, you know what? If you're getting your palms greased by the Gestapo, by the Nazis, hello, it's a Nazi ass fucking playbook, then you're part of the reason why this country stands to go on a slip and slide right down the fucking concentration camp loop back, from the World War II, because this is all history in the replay, except now it's a history in the replay trumped up with electronic warfare, such as directed energy weapons, such as microwave weaponry that anybody can make just by going on YouTube. So, if you have a friend or family member that's struggling with the gang stalking and you hadn't done your due diligence, well, then you're part of the problem. You're being tooled by turning your back on people who are going through it. So I would just encourage everybody to do their own due diligence. And if you're part of defamation of character assassinating others, well, what good are you? You're proclaiming to the world you're a goddamn parasite that's there to hobble society sideways instead of build into society. So I would just encourage everybody to hit reset, do your own due diligence, and research it. Because for anybody to claim that gang stalking is a fallacy, you're either getting your hands greased by the Nazi Gestapo playbook, or you're willfully choosing to be ignorant, which is pretty much saying that you want to be lazy, considering that all you got to do is just, sit down, maybe do 3 hours of research, 1 hour of research, 30 minutes of research. Look up targetedjustice.com, for heaven's sake. And if you haven't done that and you're passing judgment on somebody, well, then you're a fucking fool. And if you do love somebody you turned your back on because they were being gang stalked, well, then you are the problem. And not only are you the problem to the person you turned your back on, you had an opportunity and accountability to your country, to the patriots who died and sacrificed their own lives for us to have liberty. Because all you need to do is just equip yourself with fucking information, some real knowledge, and put it into it, starting with you, by refusing to participate in the gossip. So if you go straight from gossip to judgment without even doing your own due diligence, then you're a fucking fool. Don't be a fool. Equip yourself. And for everybody that's chosen to poison my family's lives against me, well, you're just going to have to stand in judgment with that to the Almighty, because I forgive you. And I forgive you in full promotion of karma and love. And because if you can learn through karma, then that's a win for the Most High. Because then you'll be more likely to come back home and serve the light. So, but it's a rough road. It's a very rough road. And if there's anybody there on my behalf, I'm waiting for the hammer of truth and justice, because as of this date's recording, November 16, 2023, there has been no investigative agency to come approach me to bridge any gap of ambiguity with truth, when I had been a Truman Show for how long? But I hold tight to the fact that the Lord, the Most High, will bring down the hammer himself. And I'm in favor of everybody soliciting karma in love and in forgiveness. And I do pray for everybody to find their own alignments, because if you find your own alignments, then the rest of it goes away by one person at a time. But make no mistake, while I am very healed, I still feel, I still love, and I refuse to let all of this gang stalkery usurp me for me. I still believe that there could be true love for me out there in the world, despite all of the honeypots that's gotten me to sleep with them because I thought they were into me. I guess I'm gullible at times when I want to believe in the best in others, but it's cool. But whatever. I'm signing off for now. Patricia Ann Landon Regali, Chief Littleflower, coming at you from an undisclosed place somewhere in the country. And I'm very grateful for my benefactor because it's my miracle to have been rescued from the frying pan, because there is no altruistic son of a bitch out there to help me. So, the world is in trouble, people. Y'all don't even realize it. Because the gang stalkers primarily are your covens. And those gang stalkers are there in your judicial, they're there in the courts, they're there in hospitals, everywhere. What kind of health care do you think you're going to get from a goddamn gang stalker that's already a fucking sellout? Especially when all the ethical ones could very well be ran off because they are ethical. I'd been an ethical paramedic, and I'm glad I didn't renew my license, because there's a lot of two-faced liars out there that have no issues flipping blood coin to get ahead in life by tearing down others. But that's their choice. So be it. But just know this. When you run sideways game on my name, you dug your own hole. And I'm calling judgment on all of you guys. And you could very well get sick and lose your own life simply by instant rebound karma. And if you are a witch or warlock, y'all gotta stop running your game on me, because it goes right back to you. And when it goes back to you, that shit can either go to you or your fucking family. What's the matter with you? Stop it already. Not for me, but for your own fucking selves. Because if you do have children and you do love them, and if you aren't molesting them yourself, get the fuck out of the goddamn gang stalking world already, because the corner staple of gang stalking is a sacrifice circuit of covens, and their number one staple practice is the molestation of children. So do what you want with the information. I did my part. I taught you. You're welcome. I educated you. How you disseminate the information, that's on you. But for all of you fuckers, they ain't got no goddamn ethics or goddamn integrity. Well, you know, you dug your own fucking grave. But whenever the Most High brings down the hammer, hear me loud and clear. You will incur everything that you had dished out on me, not just me, to the others that you have already killed with your gossip and with your slander, character assassination, and all of the extrinsic orchestration you've done on people's lives, because I'm not the only one. And by the way, they're experimenting. And so if you think you're a gang stalker impervious to it, bitch, look up the goddamn Milgram experiment and see who was the fucking experiment. That's you. And if you don't know what it is, that's because you were too greedy, too self-loathing, or too lazy to fucking do your own fucking research. So it's about time, if you are the public and you don't know, you might want to equip yourself, because there's a real covert war going on, and it's been going on for like 25 years. It's been that good. Nobody hardly knows about it. You're welcome. I taught you. Why am I a little upset? Because I'm being reamed over the barrel for it, and I've had everything usurped from my life. And all I have left is a bag that I boarded the airplane with. Thankfully, my benefactor has gifted me clothes and food and shelter. Anyways, Patricia and Landon Regali signing off for now. Chief Littleflower just wanting to encourage everybody to bandwagon up their own self-research. Not for me, but for yourselves and for your own families. And for the patriots of our forefathers who already did sacrifice their own families and own lives so this generation could have the liberties that we have. I mean, but what would you care? You weren't there to fucking lay down your own lives for it. We have some military that actually are fucking team killers by participating in gang stalking.